These are 50 words and phrases to help you speak the Spanish language. Starting off easy. Number 1, hola. Hola is very common. It's used to say hello. Number 2, when you want to ask somebody how they're doing, you say, ¿Cómo estás? You can also say, ¿Qué tal? It means the same thing in an informal setting. If you were meeting with your boss or somebody, an elder or something like that, you might want to be a little bit more formal. You would say, ¿Cómo está usted? And usted is the formal version of you, formal version of tú. You might want to ask somebody what their name is. You would say, ¿Cómo te llamas? Which means, what's your name? If you want to ask somebody in a formal setting what their name is, you would say, ¿Cómo se llama? The way you say, my name is, the literal translation is, I call myself, but it's me llamo. You can also say, soy Tom. Soy Tom. It means I am, or my name is. When someone asks you how you're doing, you can say, Estoy bien. It means I'm good. If you'd like to say nice to meet you, you would say mucho gusto. To say hello to somebody, depending on the time of day, you would use Buenos Días, or Buenas tardes, or Buenas noches, depending on the time of day. When somebody does something for you and you're thankful to them, you say gracias. To say you're welcome, you would use the word de nada. When parting ways or saying goodbye with a friend or family member, you could say it a couple different ways. Hasta luego, or adios. Another popular one in the Spanish-speaking world is nos vemos. It literally means we see each other, but it means see you later. If you bumped into somebody or you want to sneak past, there's a few different words you could use for sorry. You could say perdón, or lo siento. There's another one, disculpe. When describing to somebody how old you are, in Spanish you say I have a number of years. So yo tengo 25 años. I have 25 years. I'm 25 years old. If you'd like to ask somebody how old they are, you can say ¿Cuántos años tienes? Or ¿Cuántos años tiene? In the formal setting. If you want to ask somebody where they're from, you might say ¿De dónde eres? Of where are you from? To answer that question, you would say soy de los Estados Unidos, or soy de Pennsylvania, soy de Florida, or wherever you're from. When asking somebody where they live, you can also ask ¿Dónde vives? Where do you live? And you could respond with vivo en your city or state. There's a lot of useful descriptive words in the English language, like who, what, when, where, how. These are also very useful in Spanish. They are as follows. Who. When you want to say who, you say quién. When you want to say what, qué. It's pronounced qué. The word for when is cuándo. When you want to ask where something is, or just where, you say dónde. For example, ¿Dónde está el baño? Or ¿Dónde está el aeropuerto? When you want to ask how, you say ¿Cómo? When you want to ask somebody why, you say ¿Por qué? In 2 words, ¿por qué? Is why. It can also be because. Just one word, ¿por qué? If you're stuck in a city somewhere and you really need help, you can ask somebody by saying necesito ayuda. I need help. Or you can ask somebody, ¿Puedes ayudarme? Or ¿Puede ayudarme? You could also say, I'm lost, and somebody might help you. You could say, Estoy perdido. I'm lost. Maybe you're at a store in a country in Latin America, and you want to know how much something costs. You would say, cuánto, cuesta. How much does it cost? If you want to ask for something, you want something, you would say, yo quiero. Yo quiero. Yo quiero una hamburguesa, or something like that. To tell somebody you don't understand, you can say, no entiendo. I don't understand. If you do understand, you could say, entiendo. I get it. Another way of stating agreement is to say, ya veo. It's like, I see. If you don't know what a word means, or you need some clarification, you can say, ¿Qué significa? What does it mean? If you want to tell somebody congratulations, you would say, felicitaciones, or shorter, felicidades. Some other useful words are, you want to say to somebody, don't worry, it's okay. You say, no te preocupes, don't worry, everything's fine. In the formal sense, this is no se preocupe. If you're talking to, like I mentioned before, an elder or a boss. If you want to ask somebody, a friend, a family member, what are they doing? You could say, ¿qué haces? Or, ¿qué estás haciendo? What are you doing? If you want to say something that you do daily or something that you do all the time, you could say, como siempre, as usual. You could say, I'm going to work. Or, I'm working as usual. Estoy trabajando como siempre. Another one you might hear very often if you're in a Spanish-speaking country is claro. It means sure, of course, it's in agreement to something. Nunca, it means never. Algo, it means something. If you're brand new to the language, or if you're a veteran and you've been speaking for a while, these 50 words and phrases may be able to help you. If you've liked this video or found it useful, please consider subscribing. And thanks for watching. See you in the next video.